Boom shakalaka, get prepared for this Bitcoin move, plus an interesting warning for altcoin holders. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including a warning, watch out for this Bitcoin move, and an interesting note to all altcoin holders out there. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, helps out so much. Come join us on Twitter through Crypto Love, and of course, subscribe to the coolest channel on all of YouTube. Totally true. Of course. Why wouldn't it be, right? Today, fear and greed at 70, down from yesterday's 72, but up from last week's 66. However, compared with last month in extreme greed, yeah, the market is pallid in comparison. Now, the overall market just a little above sideways from yesterday. Bitcoin at 64,273, Ethereum at 3135, BNB at 608, Solana 143, XRP 52 cents, Dogecoin 15 cents, Toncoin 536, and Cardano 46 cents. And Bitcoin right now still continuing in this downtrend. Now, the last four times, as a matter of fact, we saw Bitcoin with the 21 EMA, this blue line dip below the yellow line right here. This box in red here predicted exactly where the price went in the short to medium term afterwards. Right now, that's between $72,000 and $120,000, somewhere between May and November. Now, there's an 83% chance that Bitcoin will land in there, and if we just have a continuation from this bull flag right here, that would put Bitcoin roughly $115,000 by as early as May, June. Now, this could happen, but I could be wrong. I mean, if you see this rocket ship down here, that was my halving Bitcoin price prediction, and I was way off. I was saying 40,000, and guess what? At the halving, Bitcoin was like 50% higher than that. So, could be way off. Bitcoin price could even come in 50% higher than those estimates. Now, for right now, on monthly candles, Bitcoin has a new range between 61.3 and 71.2. The momentum, however, remains bullish until a monthly candle closes it. So right now we're just trading in this level between 61 and 71 with nowhere to go outside of there. Some people are saying, like Income Sharks here, wouldn't rule out 2 more months of chop in the channel, that same channel we were talking about right here. Even a fake out breakdown below $60,000 still on the table, we need people thinking the halving was a bust. Now, if you take a look back historically with halvings, or if you were there during any of the halvings, typically, around the time of the halving, it's pretty boring. It's pretty boring for another 6-8 months usually. So, wouldn't be surprised if we have a few more months of chop before things take off, because Bitcoin is still in this descending channel, has been moving in this for 2 months, but the tendency of descending channels is a breakout to the upside. And if we take a look down here, the volume has been decreasing, which is considered bullish because it indicates selling pressure is getting lowered along the channel. So all of these are good signs for Bitcoin. It turns out that Bitcoin has just climbed up from a breakdown and gone back into the consolidation range. If Bitcoin stays here, again, another consolidation, just a shakeout, has happened for every significant pump that Bitcoin has seen in 2022. This one would be no different, just another shakeout before a pump. Why not grab all the liquidity possible? Because hey, if you have a whole bunch of people longing Bitcoin right here and a whole bunch of people shorting Bitcoin right here, why only collect half of it and go up? Why not drop down, collect the longs, and then blast off, collect the shorts, take all of their money away from them, because leverage trading's for retards and you might as well just steal their money. So that could potentially be what's happening. Now, in the interim, Bitcoin is forming an inverse head and shoulders on the 4-hour candles. And take a look at the size of the head. This goes from 67,000 all the way down to 59,000. So that's like another $7,000 above 67, which put roughly $74,000 if the price goes up from there. And if we take a look at this right here, 115,000 sooner than everyone was expecting. This is the bull flag we were talking about earlier, already seeing a bullish cross on the LMACD on the daily time frame. Bitcoin could go up another 75% like it did right here, could put the price at $115,000 very, very quickly. Because a notable reminder, and every time I look at this chart, my jaw still drops, But using this model, which takes a look at the VWAP price, which is the on-chain investor volume, the realized price, which is the cost basis, and the CVDD price, which is old hands selling, well, it combines those three metrics. And based on that, the Bitcoin bull run hasn't even begun. Everything we've seen from the bottom in last November, like a year and some ago, all the way up until now, that is nothing. The bull run has not yet begun, because we're at the beginning of this gray area, or the end of the gray area, which historically was pre-parabolic bull run for Bitcoin. And you have to think, there's really only three times for Bitcoin. There's when the market's crashing and the sky is falling. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that one. There's kind of the boring upward grind, which we're in right now. And then after that, after the halving as well, comes the territory when it's too late. So if you're sitting on the sideline, eventually it will be too late, and then you're going to be wishing you got in earlier. But you know, I could be wrong. Always could be wrong. Price could go down. Now, taking a look at this, turns out Bitcoin adoption is happening as slowly as the internet, which is really, really interesting, because I don't know about you, but I use the internet a lot, and not just for Pornhub. But if we take a look at the number of users, total users in terms of millions for Bitcoin right now following internet adoption. Now, this is only internet adoption up until 2005, so we have even more. But what does this tell us? Well, Bitcoin is money. So as money gains more users, it's going to gain more value, which means that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are going to be much more valuable in the future. At least that's what it tells me. And for those of you altcoin holders who are just waiting, like when alt season, because I know what you're feeling, well, take a look at this. To all ETH holders, and what ETH does, altcoins do too. I think we'll see this coin trade significantly higher in the coming months. When Ethereum runs, altcoins will run even more. Wouldn't be shaken off here. This chart looks too good. So if we take a look, Ethereum right here on the monthly charts has broken out of this wedge right here above the blue line, which is the 21 monthly moving average, and has fallen back down to find support there. Same exact type of thing, breaking out from this wedge above the 21 moving average, falling down for support there before taking off in a massive way. Could likely be the very beginning of something big, because if we take a look at altcoins, the last time altcoins broke out of the Gaussian channel, which is done right here in yellow, and retested it was almost 4 years ago, back here in 2020. And after that, we experienced a strong alt season. Back then we saw a buy signal in the super trend as well, right down there, which we saw right down here, as well as the EMA 10, support from the EMA 10, which withstood the entire run. So likely going to find support here and continue running for the rest of this historic alt season. I would not call it over yet. I still think we have at least another year of all up territory. But again, could always be wrong. I just make videos on YouTube. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, push the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.